Hey guys, how's it going? In this episode we're gonna create a skyscraper. So we're gonna go to create. As always, we'll go with flat, world size massive, and terrain height to full. This is the perfect setup to create a city after if you want to continue with this. So I'm gonna go with desert. I'm gonna go with empty world, sorry, because it's easier to repaint. And day. It doesn't matter what you choose, I just choose third-person adventure because it's easier to test. Alright, so let's get started. We go to add, we switch to a cube, and we go to scale of 100, and anywhere in the world just create a big column as high as you want, it doesn't matter. If you have a mouse, then use the work plane to do that. Second step is that we need to cubify this area here. And also make sure any unpainted areas are painted. There we go. And then we press up on the D-pad, we switch to wood panel, and now we press Alt B and A. Left button and A will bring up the editing of the terrain. We go to advanced appearance and we switch off diffuse and normal maps. Then we go to side material and we change the terrain, the tint to something like gray. Alright, so this is done. We switch to a new paint slot, press up on the D-pad, go to Arctic Ice, then scale to 95% and make sure your brush is in the middle of this side. I'm gonna paint only one side. So as you can see now it's not in the middle, so I'm gonna press select, move a bit to the right until I get it. Right, like this. I'm leaving a small gap in the bottom, and I'm gonna do the same on top. Make sure the sides are the same. I used right stick button to zoom out, by the way. You can also use right button and left stick to zoom. Alright, so after we do this, we press again left button and A to edit this ice. We go to advanced appearance and we switch everything off except the bottom two. And this will give us this nice little shiny effect that reflects the sun and the skybox. So next step is we switch to props. We head on to we type primitive, and we go to primitive large frame block. With the grid on, I'm placing it here, I'm switching the grid off, and I'm scaling it to 130 something, 32, 33, we'll see. I need the sides to be visible without the inner part. So I'm gonna manually scale until I see all sides like this. And then we can switch to grid back again, there's no problem. It will place it where it needs to be. And I'm gonna place this to the bottom. And then I can do some small shapes and stuff. Let's see if it overlaps. It does. Alright, so since it overlaps, I'm gonna place it like this. I'm gonna make sure the right sides are on the Alright, so we need 2 of those. There we go. And now you go to attach and attach the upper part to the lower part. And when you grab the lower part, you can also grab the upper part. It's easier, so you don't have to do this shape again. Alright, so since here we're running out of space to create another loop of this track, I'm gonna go ahead and paint the rest the texture that we initially created and close the... I'm also gonna destroy this part. And now we have a nice texture for our skyscraper. Last thing I want to do is create a door, because there can be no building without a door, right? So I'm gonna go to large indented block, place it on the side with those metal supports looking things. I'm gonna scale it to 100%. Yeah, you can change colors if you like, but I'm gonna leave it as is. I'm gonna create the second one. I'll place it like this. And this one I'm gonna change its color to something a bit more dark. And lastly, I'm gonna type bar. And then grab the metal bar and scale it big enough to resemble a door from the shiny part. You can see I'm gonna use 2, so it looks like a double door. And it's also shiny, so if you get close, you can see it reflects things as well. And you can also change the colors, depends what you want. So there we have it, it's a skyscraper. So that's all for now, thanks for watching guys, see you next time.